It's Week 11 of the National Football League. And we'll get to see the Eagles' leader at quarterback. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Eagles and the Lions, next on Madden Football.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on 10 as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. Has it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
2nd and goal from the 1. throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call.
Offense.
Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I figure I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too, having the football counts.
You're so litigious. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Robinson with another carry.
They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
And not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. Here comes the Lions punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And he's got Smith-Njigba.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down. The starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the 1st down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points. Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Eagles will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon.
And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and
And now they have
out.
that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out in that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
You look at this Eagle defense.
They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Everything come through on this play and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yards for a 1st down.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taken in at the 22. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Philly. 44 yards. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Underwood. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet. You and I both know, and he knows as well. His teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And Detroit back in possession of the football. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That would have set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they felt like they could take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
It's fielded at the 45. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Right side to Williams.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Back to throw again. Flushed out right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs it.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. 5 plays there on that drive, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Go. Ready?
Ritter back to throw.
That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Third and short, Ritter.
And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown.
Desmond Ritter
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And able to get this out to the 25. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. They'll look to throw here on first down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for him because you don't want to go on autopilot too early.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick-6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick-6.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Check twice.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Final play before the half. Here's Ritter.
Little underneath throw into the hands of Walker. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So we've come to halftime here.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Ritter now.
Little underneath throw into the hands of Walker. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10.
Little underneath throw into the hands of Walker. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready?
Going play action. Ritter.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at the 20. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. But Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make the play.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, And here's another completion for good yardage.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. He'll look to throw.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
A game there of 30 big ones.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
He'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Underwood. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Eagles are able to widen their advantage. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Ritter here on 3rd and 2.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This is taken at the 23.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. With his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Ritter with it after the play fake.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game is certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles add on to their fourth quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Time for another look at this Lions offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Come on, set. Ready.
On first down, Ritter.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Ready.
Ritter now on second down. And out route, and he's got the connection to Walker.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before they close out the ballgame.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Ready.
Another throw coming up here for Ritter. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Ritter located as running back Robinson.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Ready.
Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter.
And that's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try to throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out with this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
2nd and 6.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And out now come the Eagles.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
There he goes left side, inside the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Elliott on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here come the Lions now.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their head.